But
Definitely
Okay.
not.
I started it. I'm gonna. Alright.
and we're back again.
We're live.
Let's go.
Backyard.
Welcome to the Backyardigans podcast. This is your host, Pablo. Is your the best character on Backyardigans? Bro, Backyardigans was the stuff growing up.
Backyardigans was
Good
lit.
show,
The game was
honestly.
awesome too. I don't know if you ever played that.
I didn't even know
We
there
had a
was
computer.
game.
Oh my gosh, so good.
Yeah, wait.
No idea that was a game.
Really, it's better than the
lit.
show.
Wait, really?
Hey bro, if you don't believe me, look it up.
Tell me about it.
Wait, what is the
Heck?
game? Like,
Bro,
what is
I was
it even
like-
about?
It's literally just the storyline, except you played it.
You were-
Storyline.
Backyardigans, bro, they were always going on some weird crap adventures. So
Yeah, that's true.
it would just like that was like the bosses, or some of their weird adventures where they would end up in strange places, like the tree, where they went to that one tree spot that one time and like went inside and then fell like into the roots of the tree, or whatever, and they were running around in the caves. I remember that part of the game.
Bro, the best one was when Pablo was a secret agent. He was driving his spy car and crap. That one was the best one. Pablo was the best.
Secret Agent Oso.
Oh wait, I need to test.
Bro, so I this week also just real quick, the support on the podcast has been really awesome. We really appreciate it. And any who's gonna say it this time? Any comments, questions, or concerns, we should be able to link our Discord in the description.
Yeah, I'll add that real
And
quick.
you can just leave comments in the comment section where you comment with your comments.
Yes.
But my week has been pretty good. I finally finished my training. Let's go. I am so with my insurance agency job, I had to go in, pass this first test in 1 week, and then do a second test that's supposed to normally take 6 months. 6 months to complete it, and there was 2 people who left just like when I got there because they couldn't pass within 6 months. And I passed that one in 3 days. I didn't study one time. I did a bunch of practice quizzes, and then did the practice tests a couple times, and then I went and took it, and I passed. I was the quickest person in the company that they know of to do it. Yes, sir. But it's kind of not awesome because then everybody's like, "Wow, you must be really smart." I'm just like, nope, it's not.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna start labeling them 1, 2, and 3. Like, and we'll just go to like 1,000 or whatever. Like, every time we'll just increase the number of what number podcast it is.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea.
Do it for the agave nectar. Do it. For the
Yeah,
heat.
but then I passed that, and then I didn't have anything to do for like the rest of that week. so I got off at like noon every day, which is
Do it
lit.
for the flavor.
But
New
then
Truly
the last
Margarita
2
hard
weeks,
seltzer
I've
with
been
unique,
having to do this
refreshing
class
margarita-inspired
every
flavors.
Tuesday
Made
through
with real lime juice and
Friday,
concentrated
Mhm.
agave
9:30 to
nectar.
noon,
Click or tap now to buy.
which
Truly
kind of
Hard Seltzer Beverage Company,
sucked
Boston, Massachusetts.
because
Please drink responsibly.
we're like staffed a little bit, and it was getting to the end of the month, so we were trying to collect money before people like were late. And so people wanted me out in the field, and we were trying to do as much as I can getting out the field, but I couldn't get out the field till noon. But I finally am done with that. I got my own work tablet now. Like I even just gave a quote to Miss Carmen the other day, yesterday, so they're thinking about it. Which is actually kind of nuts because you can get, like, there's a 21-year policy. It's a 21 increasing term. 21, yeah, increasing term.
Uh-huh.
And you pay the policy for 21 years. And then at the end of that 21 years, you don't have to pay anymore, and then your insurance doubles. So if you got like a $20,000 life insurance policy, you only pay for 21 years, and then you have a $40,000 insurance for the rest of your life after 21 years. It's like, yo, that's actually kind of cracked. But yeah, the rates aren't really even that bad either. But
Okay.
I digress.
Too much to this shouting out size work.
Listen,
Like you're
I
gonna
wasn't
be
talking
booming
about
that business, bro.
Just putting it out there.
Listen, guys, if you guys need a 21
need
increasing
this.
term whole life, call your boy.
Hey Jake, you're really quiet by the way. Can you
that's
adjust
my
your mic?
Your mom's really quiet.
Cool. There you go.
I was eating, so my mic was far away.
So,
I guess, Riley, how was your week before we get to Jake's?
my week.
Mhm.
Bro, what the heck?
It's been pretty good so far. It's been. It was like one of those weeks where literally every other day was a crazy day, and then all the other days were just like super laid back. Like
Mhm.
today, I was able to take like a 3.5 hour nap,
Bro, me
yesterday
too.
was, like,
that
crazy.
nice.
and then like the day before was laid back, and the day before was crazy because we were going everywhere shopping.
Mhm.
Yesterday we went shopping again. We looked for camp stuff, and then let's see that was Friday, and then Thursday was a chill day. We watched the Warriors game. Then Wednesday, we had graduation, so another crazy day. And then the Tuesday and Monday were both really laid back,
Mhm.
but Monday,
Also, just so I'm on the record, Celtics in 6.
okay.
I respect it.
So
I've been
Jake?
saying it for a month. Go ahead, Jake.
Dude, what?
Your week.
My week was great, guys. I got out of school. I got my Hey Dudes. I got my new mouse.
Wait,
I
you
got a
your new
lot
mouse?
of money. Yeah, my new mouse came in like a day after my Hey
What
Dudes.
is it?
What
of
kind
mouse?
is it?
It's literally just a Glorious Model O, but wireless.
Why didn't you get the freaking Logitech?
Yeah, why
Wireless?
didn't you?
Because I love my Glorious Model O.
Wow.
I guess that's fair.
It's like the best mouse I've ever had, and I wanted to keep it simple and get another one.
Bro, my mouse is. I love my mouse, but go ahead, continue.
Welcome, Sai.
Yeah. My Hey Dudes finally came in. Literally the next month. Like the start of June, they came in. I ordered them at the beginning of May. At Amazon.
Nice.
Also, Sai,
yeah,
you're
I
welcome for your fruit
graduated.
bills.
Yeah, this mouse
Your
was
keyboard
clutch.
and your mouse.
Yeah,
The
they're
boy
both
picked
really
him
nice.
specifically. For
And,
your
and his
hands.
mouse pad.
Yep, exactly, and that too.
No, the mouse pad was me.
No.
Oh.
Sir was like gonna just order a mouse pad. I was like, no, we should get you a custom design mouse pad. And then you just made
Joel
up the
made me
design.
the design.
and
I
then
almost
Joel
bought
made
a
the
Tim the
design.
Tatman mouse pad the other day.
Really?
Yep.
That's sweet.
He shouted it out in one of his videos. I was like, I kind of want one.
That's really lit.
I love Tim.
Yeah, bro, Tim's the best.
So Jake, how do you feel being graduated?
Rich.
Oh, true.
No kidding.
True.
What the heck?
Have you
But, yeah,
have you
like-
put all of it back, or are you just gonna?
No, we're gonna like the thing called Chime, and it starts building your
Yeah.
credit with all the money you put in it, and we're just gonna put it all in there.
Well, actually,
so I can build my credit. Yay.
yeah, my credit is actually pretty good because I was able to like get a credit card through like my parents sort of thing, but it was still in my name. And
Yeah.
then I got my own credit card. And so then it like merged both credits. So I have really good credit because it took some of my parents' credit and then added it to my credit card. And then I got rid of the old credit card that was under my parents. And then whenever I have this credit card for a couple years, then I can go ahead and like take my name off of my parents' like credit card, like credit information or whatever, and then stand on my own. But like I'm yoinking off of their credit pretty much. So that's how I'm doing it.
Yeah, Zach
pretty
and
nice,
Ben.
actually.
I don't know if they did something like that, but they put all their money in like the bank, and then they like opened another account, and they were like paying the off the money they borrowed
Mhm.
with the money they put in there, and they were just like building credit because it was automatically like doing it.
Mm-hmm.
So they both have good credit.
Yeah, credits
You do need
like
credit.
way stupid important. Like it's way.
It's way
stupid.
too important.
What the heck? We sound so old.
I know. I'm talking
Guys, you
about
want to talk
credit
about
right now.
cryptocurrency?
Oh, guys, the NFTs. You see how the NFTs are doing nowadays?
Bro, but
For
yeah,
your
Jake,
information,
how was
they're doing absolutely trash.
Yeah,
NFTs
they're-
are crashing.
they're
Bro, I
crashing
don't know what they
everything.
expected with such a
everything's
stupid
fucking-
idea.
Everyone's poor now.
It's such a stupid idea.
Yeah, it just doesn't make sense. I
It
don't
doesn't. It's stupid.
know. It's dumb. But Jake, how was your? Just tell us about your growing up in school and like your high school, because I haven't been down here long enough to like kind of know.
Oh, my high school was great. Grew up with
Back
all
in
my
high school?
friends. Back in high school, dude.
It was pretty
High school was such a terrible time. I'm just kidding.
Bro, I hate Jake now. He left me, bro. Everybody's gone. Literally, my
Oh,
school morning.
you can't say anything. You're going to extra year and you're leaving everyone you grew up with.
And
That's like more leaving than I'm leaving you.
Clayton did it to y'all.
Clayton did the same. Yeah, I'm mad at Clayton for it too.
Yeah, bro. But
Clayton, like, he went from kindergarten, grew up, started to graduate with us, and he's like, nah.
like,
Bro, he could have graduated
leaves
early if
us.
he
think
wanted
about
to.
this though. If I graduated with him, what is it gonna change? We're just gonna be graduated together.
Together,
And then nothing else is
exactly.
gonna change. One night.
Except for the fact that you graduated together.
Yeah, they'll be fine.
Yeah, it's still
True.
kind of annoying, but
But like, it's just not my call to go early, and my parents agree with me too.
you're fine. But I think it's weird. I'd rather
I also
graduate
think
with
it's
the
weird,
people
champ.
I grew up with.
So you graduated at 16. You can't even talk.
You're
True.
homeschooled.
He could have went 5 extra years and still graduated in the same grade.
True. But I didn't.
So I was staying for the sports, man.
It was for the sports guys, I swear. Listen, I've been kind of popping off on sports recently and in Apex, so I'm feeling it right now.
Dude,
I'm in
we
my
kind of lost that in
prime.
Apex, though.
Honestly, I don't think we did.
I think we
if
just played with Zach.
I was gonna say,
I said
like,
it. I said it, Zach.
Zach killed
You
it
suck.
for me, bro. He was bringing us down. Because, like, we played with Zach, and then we played duos, we pop off and play with Zach, we lose. I mean, coincidence? I think not. I don't know.
We played with Clayton. We carry him a little bit, you know?
Well,
it
it's because
happens.
Clayton can rotate. That's what was nice. Clayton's
Yeah.
really good at rotations. He understands it, and so that's
I don't know how he gets the border right. I don't know how people know like where the border goes. I still haven't figured that out myself.
you can kind of just tell. Like if
I
it,
can't. I have no idea
like
how.
if the border's on the left side of the map, more than likely it's gonna keep going left. Like it's not gonna go
so
to
it
the
just
ocean.
so it just keeps pulling.
It pretty much. You can bet on it polling most of the time.
Bro,
Okay.
okay, so I have something.
Because
cool
I
to
swear
share.
Clayton's had some crazy like predictions.
So like, I was like struggling whether to whether I was gonna like do college this year or go an extra year or whatever, and I was kind of, it was starting to stress me out. I didn't know what to do, and so I talked to my parents about it, right? And it was like we were kind of made a decision, like, I'm gonna try college this year, we'll look for a laptop, and like if I can get a laptop, I'll do it. Literally the next day, Budgie T texted me and was like, hey, somebody, I'm not gonna say them on the podcast, I don't know if they would want me to or not. I'll just keep them anonymous. If I'll shout them out if I have to, whatever. But text me and he's like, hey, this person's selling a laptop, you know, it's really nice, you can go look at it. He said that he's open anytime. So I go down there to look at it. I went through all the specs, you know, it's got like a i7, and then it's got I don't remember what kind of graphics card, but it's a
Probably better than Clayton's.
it's got like 2 terabytes of storage, 16 gigabytes of RAM.
Nice.
It's got everything like it's a gaming laptop. It's loaded.
It's
And
cracked.
so like
Sounds
I was like, okay, I gotta look at this, and no, he wanted 500 for it. I was like, okay, you know, that's very reasonable. That's what I was gonna pay for it on a laptop that wouldn't have given me half of what this would have given me.
Oh, yeah.
So I went home, talked to my parents about it, and so we started like praying about it or whatever, and we were just kind of hoping for an opportunity to look and go get it. So 4 or 5 days later passed by, and we get to church, and you know, we went to the sermon and everything, and then after church he walks up to me, just hands me the laptop. He's like, dude, okay, so I've been praying about this for
Oh, that's awesome.
this 5 or 6 days, that and the Lord just called for me to give it to you. And it was like literally the weirdest feeling, because it was like right in that moment I knew that the Lord gave me an answer, like, okay, yeah, I need to do college, I need to do
Oh,
this.
that's
And so it was
awesome.
like, not only did it give me the opportunity to do it, it gave me an answer. And so that was just like such a relieving feeling. And so that's why I don't feel bad for going an extra year, because it was like what I was called to do right then. It gave me an answer.
Yeah, when you know, like,
It was such a
so
cool
good.
feeling, and it was like, plus the laptop is really awesome. It's so nice.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I
I
was
mean,
able-
I kind of have. Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead. No, you're good.
I was just gonna say I kind of had a similar experience when I was kind of making the decision to move down here. I mean, you know, I grew up kind of not around a whole lot of people, didn't do a whole lot, and as you both are well aware, and my cousins came by, they visited us one year, and it was like the first social interaction I had with people like my age, and who like I really loved and appreciated like in a long time. And when they moved back down, it kind of was just like, okay, that's kind of the end, you know? It's like that was a nice week. And then 2 weeks later, my cousin, he gets a Switch for his birthday, and then Fortnite starts popping off and is really popular, and we start playing together, and it was awesome. We'd play duos all the time. It was great. I really enjoyed it, and then, you know, I started playing with Riley and Jake soon after that, you two, and like I was really blessed. I was having a great time, and then I was like, man, this is different. I actually really like this. And I was thinking to myself, like, man, I really want to visit. I want to go see these guys. And even literally one day, Riley was talking to me and was like, hey man, so when you coming to visit? Like, when are you coming down? And I'm just like, oh man, I don't know. I want to come down. And 2 hours after we had that conversation, my mommy texts me, and she's like, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna take you to Texas for spring break. I was like, bro, no way. Like, no way.
Nice.
That's awesome. And dude, then we all got actually like really close, especially me and Riley in particular. We played duos every day from sunrise to sunset. And I came down, and it was awesome. And I met Madison, of course, and I was able to put a
You're
face to some of the names. I was able to put a face to some of the names. Sometimes some of the people I didn't because nobody introduced themselves. And like Ben, he was actually like the first one who I saw. I walked right outside the gym, and Ben comes up to me. He's like, "Hey man, how you doing? It's Ben Kenobi." I'm just like, "Hey, what's up, man?"
Stuff Ben
And then
Kenobi.
every
Yeah.
and then every single person swarmed me. Riley wasn't there yet, but every other person swarmed me. Zach, he introduced himself. He's like, "Hey, it's Zach," but nobody else did. Like 2 or 3 people maybe did. 2 or 3 people I already knew, and then the rest, like Maddie and Megan, for example, didn't introduce themselves at all. It's like, "Hey, Sai, how you doing? You got down here? Well, that's awesome. How long you staying?" I was like, "I don't know who you are. Like, who are you?"
Then I like walk it. I got to school and they're like, "Hey, Sai's here." I was like, "Oh, where's he at?" Like in Miss Christie's room. The warning bell, right? So we have a warning bell before like the first bell goes off. If you're late for the second bell, which is at 8:30, then you get a tally and you're late or whatever. So it was the warning bell went off. I hear it and I'm like, okay. So I bolted into all the way across the school and ran inside Miss Christie's room just to stare outside for like a total of 30
It was
seconds,
so worth
make fun
it.
of his giant hands while he was holding the water bottle, and then I was like, "I'm Riley," and then ran out. I was just gone. I just ran back into school because I had limited time. It was just the most awkward encounter.
It was
Ever.
no, it was so funny because I made it awkward on purpose.
Yeah,
It was
but-
totally on purpose. And he walked in and he's like, "All right, what are we gonna do?" He's like, I was like, I looked at him. I was like, "I ain't walking to you." It's like, "I'm not walking to you." So we looked at each other and he just walked away. It was so funny. And then Kelsey was actually standing right behind you too. It was so funny. But yeah, you told me about that, how big my hands were holding the water bottle. I was like, "What the heck, bro?"
Now they're not that big anymore because everybody's hands got big too. But it's just like this man's like 17.
I think it was,
Compared,
yeah, it was 16 or 17.
yeah. And so I hadn't even hit my growth spurt yet. Your hands were huge compared
No.
to mine. And so you were just holding
You
the water
were
bottle.
like-
I was like, what the heck?
I don't remember any of these encounters.
You were sick.
Jake, you don't remember anything.
Oh yeah, I was sick.
Yeah, you were sick.
Every time you came down, I was sick. That
You
makes
were.
sense. I forgot.
Literally every time I came and visited, you were sick.
That's not
Like,
even
now
like
it doesn't
playing
count
either.
that I
Like
moved, but, like,
literally every time.
Literally every time. It was so funny.
It was so annoying.
It was. It really
Couldn't do
was.
anything.
Because, and I felt really bad a lot of time. Like the second time I came down, Clayton got so sick with the flu.
Oh
He
yeah,
was
it
sick all
terrible.
week. I felt awful because literally we're there in his house and he cannot see us. I felt so bad. I felt so bad. And then like you had POTS and then you had the flu the second time.
Mhm.
And then I don't remember what was the
Then
third
flu
time.
again. It was.
Was
flu.
it the flu again?
I had flu 2 times in one
Literally.
year.
Because it became like a running thing where the first day I'd be down there and everybody was awesome. Like we'd go to CC's on Sunday
Oh, yeah,
afternoon. It was awesome. Me, Jake, Riley, and Clayton would sit at our table, eat, talk. It was great. And Sundays were normally like our first day to spend with each other. And then Monday hits and it's like,
Busy.
"Yep, Jake's got the flu." It's like, "Oh, frick." And then Wednesday night comes and me and Riley are spending time with each other. And it's like, up next day, Riley's got the flu.
Bro, I was
Clayton's
sick
got
that
the
whole
flu.
day, by the way. You didn't even know. I still hung out with you.
Really?
I got home. I was basically throwing up the whole time. I was like, the whole time I was there, I was just sick. I was like, I'm gonna deal with it. I'm gonna be sick tomorrow, so frick this.
I
I'm
had
just
a
gonna
good
deal
time.
with it.
I
Yeah, bro,
actually
we
really
played. I let you play Overwatch and all those other games that you've said you've never played. I was like,
Mhm.
so I brought my stack of PlayStation games. Literally, bro, I just made them play all of them. I let them try all of it.
Yeah, it was a good time.
On a
But
good
yeah,
console too.
And I
That's
didn't
what I
even get
said.
sick.
I said, bro,
Oh
the
my God.
console's better.
But all I know is that I have a 100% win rate on PS4. So thank you very much. No, I'm not trying to flex or
It's true.
anything, but when I came
It's
over
true.
to visit with Jake, I hopped on Ben's PC, won first game,
PC,
and never
lol.
played again. Wait.
On
PS4.
PS4.
Nice.
I'm 100%.
We weren't at that point yet,
I
sorry.
played the PC.
We're not at that point.
Pretty
So I
good.
went in the future.
But yeah, and then after that trip, I really like kind of knew that I wanted to move, but like I didn't know when, where, or how, or anything like that. and I wasn't completely sold on it. It's like I wanted to, but I had other things in mind in my life that I was like, well, if I move, then this thing wouldn't happen. This thing would happen. I think you guys probably know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And so it's just like I was kind of content. It's like of it not happening, and then Zach's wedding comes around. Then
that night.
Yeah, that night, and for those of you listening, I know you don't know, but let's just, long story short, that night of Zach's wedding, thanks Zach, shout out, this is for you, brother Eddie, shout out. That night, I knew without a shadow of a doubt that this is where the Lord wanted me, and let me tell you, the next day when like we had to leave was one of the worst days of my life. Jake knows because I talked to him about it like that day. Jake was the only reason I got through that day. Literally, I was struggling. But yeah, after that, it was like, yep, I know this is where the Lord wants me. And it was like once he gives you that confirmation, like when you're kind of like so and you don't really know, and then once you have that confirmation, even if it's an answer that you don't really like or are nervous about, it's just like, yeah, I'm happy with it. So it's a blessing for sure.
Wasn't the night you left the night that I hooked you up with Maddie?
Yeah, it was. It was.
Well, was
yeah,
it?
Kind of.
Was it?
Like yes,
I think
and
it was
no.
that one or the wedding night.
Yeah, it was. It was the wedding night when like Maddie knew, but at the same time I wasn't really expecting or thinking anything would come of it.
Mm-hmm.
And then that next day was AIDS. Holy frick, it was awful. And then it was when I came down, when I came back, that's kind of when me and Maddie actually like started talking and everything like that. But
You're welcome.
yep, thanks, Jake. But yeah, Jake, now you got to continue telling us about your school and how you're dealing with
I
everything.
totally forgot about that. School, guys, am I right?
True.
Oh, school was good. It wasn't. I was really bad at it, but it wasn't just terrible.
And for clarification, for people who are a little confused, Jake graduated Wednesday. Go ahead.
Technically.
Technically.
Wednesday. I've been out of school for like months.
Well, he
now.
got his
I'm
diploma
just
Wednesday.
That good.
He got his diploma
Yeah.
Wednesday.
Yeah, so technically I graduated. But yeah, I'm out of school now. I'm working somewhat.
Well, what are you planning on doing now that you're out of school?
College and work.
Have you got paid yet?
No, he doesn't pay me till after camp because he pays every other week. But you know, I don't
That's
exactly.
Did you start 2 weeks ago?
No, first week was training week. Or yes, I started 2 weeks ago, but first week was training and I didn't get paid, and we agreed on that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he pays me bi-weekly, which is
Okay.
every other week.
That's so sussy. That's
Yeah,
honestly
but I mean,
so
Ryan
funny.
pays bi-weekly too, so
Yeah, bi-weekly. It's not like bi-weekly is weird. It's just the
It's
fact
just his
of like,
communication thing that's
It's
happening is just weird. Like,
yeah.
dude, I
those
don't even know. He
family
wanted me to
stuff or
work.
whatever, it's like-
Oh, when was it? Was it yesterday? He wanted me to work yesterday, and my shift started, so I clocked in. I'm
Mhm.
like, okay. Or I asked him like 10 minutes before my shift starts. That's what I usually do. I'm like, hey, you got a list for me today? Like, do I need to do anything specific? Do I need to make more of this stuff? Make more of this? And he like didn't text me for 3 straight hours.
Nice.
So it was like 2 hours into my shift, and I'm like, I'm not gonna stay clocked in. I mean, like, I'm just literally just burning time, sitting here not knowing what to do. I was just sitting on some editing thing, just playing around, just trying to get better at editing for him.
Mhm.
But I was like, okay, I'm clocking out and I'm going back to bed. So I clock out and I go back to bed, and he texts me like an hour after I go back to bed, and he's like, no, just do whatever you want. I'm like, what?
Nice.
Like, what do you want me to do, dude? And then he like on home base, like the thing where I clock in and everything, he like shouted me out for working that day because it was like a day and he literally scheduled it like the morning before or the night before, and he shouted me out, and I literally didn't even work that day.
It's like, yo, shout out to this man right
He shouted
here.
out to
This
the whole
legend.
team too. I was like, thanks, man. I definitely
You know
didn't do
what?
anything,
You're
but
a
you know,
homie for that.
we're good.
That's so funny. So, like, what exactly like do you do every day?
Right now, I'm the social media manager, and I think he said he's trying to get an intern for me to like be under me, which is gonna be weird.
Let's go.
But I'm a social media manager, and I just make,
Wait, you're the manager?
yeah,
Nice.
and I just make. Right now, I'm just making content for him. Like we are hiring because he's hiring still. I'm making like just advertisements for like his prices because he's a photographer.
Wait, time out. Did
Like-
you sign any like W-2s or anything like that?
No, I haven't
He
signed
hasn't given
literally
private
anything.
information yet.
Oh, okay.
No, but like I haven't signed anything either. I've just like I did a quick like little like I don't even know what you call it. What do you call it?
Can't remember.
Survey type thing.
That's weird, champ. Like, I guess it doesn't really matter because you're still experienced, and experience is experience. It's not like
Yeah.
so. It's not like that big of a deal, I guess. But it's still just weird.
Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, I just create stuff. I made him like I'm making him a bunch of posters. He's like I guess he's putting them around town. Gosh, around
I
town.
wasn't gonna call it out. I wasn't gonna do it.
Yeah, well I called it out. That was terrible.
That one was rough.
That was a rough one. But yeah, he's a local photographer. I always say photographer, so photographer is so not
Local
right.
photograph man.
So I'm like trying to slowly say it.
Local picture
Photographer.
person.
Local picture
He
man.
does picture and photographs.
Like, does he live in Mount or like in
No,
Nat?
he lives in Florida.
Florida.
What in the heck? That ain't local as frick.
His local.
What?
Oh, sorry, I don't know. How
I'm
you
making
did.
him posters so he can put them in his local town.
Sorry,
Oh.
you did not catch on to that.
No, that was just for the listeners who were confused.
Yeah.
I got you, bro.
Yeah, he's way over in Florida. It's a whole hour difference,
Yep.
He's a
which
whole
makes it
hour
really
away.
confusing.
He's
It's a whole hour, just an hour away.
Yeah, I have an aunt and cousins who live in Florida. They live like right by Legoland in Orlando, Florida.
Dude, I want to go to Legoland.
I don't even like Legos, but I'd totally go.
I know. I love Legos because Legos was my childhood, but I really want to go anyways.
Oh, I just
It's
found
just
out
lit.
today that that I'm supposed to be going on vacation this weekend with my dad and I think Ryan.
Let's go. Where to? Do you know
weekend?
where to?
Or blah, blah, blah.
Wait, this weekend?
No, this month.
Oh, I
the end
was
of this
like,
month.
oh.
We're going deep
What?
sea fishing.
ooh,
that's
lit.
awesome.
Yeah,
That's
I was
actually
like,
so
oh,
nice.
let's go. I've never been. I was like, I'm so excited for that.
Do you guys know
That
where you're
looks so
going?
fun.
Yeah, we do. I'm not gonna say like give a location of where we're
Oh,
going.
that's fair. That's fair.
We're gonna be at
That's-
this place at this
At
date.
this
Just
time.
kidding.
But it's not like Galveston or something, so it's
Yeah,
gonna be
yeah.
better than that.
Yo, that's lit.
So I'm pretty.
Well, I've
excited.
always wanted to go crabbing. I love crab.
You
We
like-
went crabbing.
Have crabbing's not as like fancy as you think it is. Si. You stand on the dock, and you
I
hold
figured
the
it'd be
little.
boring,
you hold
but I
like.
thought
You
crab-
Pretty
literally just,
lit though.
Yeah,
you get
yeah.
to eat
You
crab.
get strings. You tie it. You throw you throw this little cage thing in the water. You let it sink to the bottom, and then every once in a while you
Yeah,
just
that's
pull it
pretty
up
much
and
it.
see if crabs are in there.
Yeah, but you feel so strong when you pull it up and you
Bro,
just got
me and
crabs, you're just
Clayton, the first time we went, me and Clayton got waders,
Mm-hmm.
like,
like...
and we just walked out in the swamp.
Yo, wait, that's actually so
It
cool.
was pretty lit.
That sounds awesome.
We just like were chest deep in water, and we were just like walking.
Yo, you need to take me bow fishing. Like
Bow
when you did
fishing
when
is
you
Yeah,
were...
we should do
so fun.
I would love.
We
I
actually
like
should do
bow
that. That'd be
fishing.
so much
Plus,
fun.
I'm literally cracked at the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
one of the
iconic
pictures
picture.
of you
Yeah,
where
yeah,
you're
the
actually
iconic-
smiling
yeah,
is
the
really
iconic
funny.
Jake picture.
Dude, that
holding,
was
holding
so
his
fun.
arrow and his fish, and he's just smiling with this like.
Look, Mom,
Well-
I did it. Look.
That wasn't even my 2 fish and 1 arrow. I'm just
Like,
that
guys, you
good,
should
dude.
have seen it. I had 2
Bro,
fish
I
and
can't
one.
check how long we've been live.
We went live at like 7:35 or so. It's been like 45 minutes.
No, it hasn't been
Yeah,
that long
somewhere
because
around
I sent a message
Really?
saying just for everybody knowing we're recording this one. That was at 7:50.
Ah, frig it. We'll just keep going till we go
It's
and
been
we're
like
done when we're
30-ish
done.
minutes.
But, dude, that actually would be so fun. We need to do that. That'd be lit.
Oh yeah, that'll be awesome.
Oh, also this week, I made reservations for Texas Day Brazil. Let's
yes,
go.
sir.
I'll be gone.
Yeah. No.
it's
So
not for this week.
I made the reservations
Oh.
this week, but it's for the 25th. Well, it was actually really funny because I was texting Jake and was like, all right, when do we want to do this? Because this is something that we've been planning literally for like 3
years.
years, like
Yeah.
minimum.
But I kept getting sick. Dang it.
I know.
Literally.
So it's like, what the heck? So I just got the $100 raise a week, starting Monday, which is lit. Minimum a week. I could be potentially making more with my commissions, but I'm making a minimum of $600 a week.
Weird flex, but okay.
And with that raise, I wanted to finally do Texas Day Brazil. And so I was like, all right, so you have camp next week, right? He's like, yeah, camp. I get back from camp the 11th. And then we don't want to do it on Sunday. That's just weird. And I was like, all right, bet. So I'll make it for the week after that. It's like, all right, yeah, let's go. And Becky, I think it was Becky and Maddie were sitting to my left. And I was like, and I talk to myself a lot, like when I do things. I was like, all right, yep, 2 people. All right, the 18th. And then they look at me. It's like, the 18th? It's like, yeah, it's like the 18th. Like, yeah, the 18th was Saturday, so we can go. He's like, that's Charlotte's wedding. So I was like, oh, frick. So
Oh.
I called Jake. I was like, yo, so good news, bad news. We could either go Texas Day Brazil, but you're going to have to skip Charlotte's wedding. So that's going to be the 25th. But what we need to do is me, Jake, Riley, and
Mhm.
Clayton,
Escape
we all
room.
need to do an escape room, bro.
Escape room.
If me, you, and Maddie can beat the hardest escape room that they have first try.
Oh, dude,
feel
let's
like that
go
would be
into that.
too
No,
easy,
let's
though.
go. Let's go into that.
Yeah.
Okay, so the company scammed us so bad that we got a free visit, like a
Yes, we do.
50% off, a 20% off, and got
And
that
a free
person
visit.
fired. And got that person
Yeah.
fired.
Yeah, we did.
Okay, so we got into the escape room, and it's the hardest one because we wanted to make it challenging. And me and Madison have never done escape room. Sai's done it a lot of times. And so he
well,
really-
actually, Madison has done it one time with me, and I've done it like 6 times. I've
Yeah.
done like 6.
So Sai knew what he was doing, and I kind of was just following along, and I was helping like figure out some. And Madison was doing like, what was it? Because it was like the
Like organizing.
yeah
stuff
that she
and,
was just
like, reading
organizing,
the-
making sure that it was easy for us to get to the next clues. And
Mhm.
so we get in the escape room and we look around surroundings, put our phones up or whatever. So the first part of it was like this little puzzle, and
Mhm.
you had to take the little thing, go through the maze, and then pull it out.
Mhm.
Bro, I did that in like 0.5 seconds. I just want to say it was like
Bro, we were
mega
on
quick. I literally done. And then Sai's like, oh, okay. So we got it. And then we get out of the first room in like, it was like 20 minutes. It was an hour. The second room dude, we flew through that like lightning. Literally the second
were
room until the end part
Into
of the
the,
second
like
room.
the
Yeah.
last.
Yeah. So we called in our hint, and the lady wasn't there, dude. She wasn't even
wasn't
at
there.
her station. So we were like, lady, we're waiting for our hint. We're waiting for our hint, and it's just counting
And
down.
we
It's
literally
like-
waited for 15
Yeah,
minutes.
15 minutes of us waiting, and then
Which keep it.
yeah. So we get back, and the lady's like we started we figured it out on our own. We even figured that part out. And the lady's like, I'm back. I'm so sorry. 15 minutes later, we have like 15 minutes left.
Mhm.
Like 15, 20 minutes left. And we're like, okay. So we ran through basically we're sprinting through the whole thing, just trying to find everything. We literally get to the final part, and we had 10 seconds left. We're typing in the code, and it goes off. We literally
Yeah.
had the code right, and the also when we were in the going into the third room, we had to have a code, right? And so we're like, okay, can we have a hint since you were gone the whole time? Is
And
this code
for
right?
Yeah, and for some context, like you said, we got done with the first room in like 20 minutes tops.
Yeah.
And then we got stuck. Well, we didn't get stuck, but she was gone for like 15 minutes.
Which we
And
needed
when
our
she was
hint.
gone for like 15 minutes, it's something like we're like 20 minutes left.
Yeah.
And we're just like, okay, we put in this code, and then she finally gives us a hint, and it's like,
We're like-
okay, yeah.
We're like,
we're
okay,
not
so,
kidding.
and so we're like, she's like, okay, I'll actually help y'all since I was gone. We're like, is this the right code? And she's like, no, that's not the right code. So we didn't even try to type it in. And so
No, we did. I
did
tried
we?
that first.
Really? You must have typed it in wrong at first because
No, I
remember-
swear I didn't.
because she said that was the right code because we redid it.
I know.
Or maybe she
And
said it was
so-
right. Maybe she said it was right. And so we
Yeah,
were like,
she said it
is-
was right, and then she's
okay,
like, oh wait,
yeah.
no, it's this.
Yeah, so we literally were typing it for like 5 minutes because we're like,
Mhm.
she's like, yeah, that's right. It should be right. I don't know what's wrong. So we're like, are you stupid? And so we're like, we get it all the way done, and we're like, okay. So we basically were just like mad at this point, yelling.
They
at the
literally had to
screen.
come into the
Yeah,
room.
Yeah.
Like,
fix
we
it.
were
the
sitting
time
there,
and the
and-
time didn't stop. It was running the whole time.
no, they didn't stop it. Like, literally, that was the first one I went to. And like, even before the 15 minutes when she was gone, that's the first one I did. It's like, it's not working. And then we're going through, we're looking at other things, checking all the rooms, like, this isn't. And then she's like, yeah, the code should be this. I'm just like, I just tried that. It's not it. And she's like, oh, that's right. It's going to be this code. And I put it in. It's like, it's not. It's like, are you sure you're putting in bop, 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 bop? And I'm just like, yeah, that's what I'm putting in. Literally, the person has to come up there, put in the code that I already put in. And then she radioed and she's like, yeah, the code is whatever it is. And I was like, oh, you guys must have been putting it in wrong. I was like, frick you. No, I freaking didn't. I put it in 5 times.
So we get into the other room. We had, it was like, this is like estimating 8 minutes left. It was like between 5 and 10 minutes left we had on that.
Mhm.
The last room, and then we had to go back into the other room and figure something out. So we literally run through this room. We figured it out instantly because it was northeast,
bossed it.
southwest, and you had to click on them, and it would make
we
a
had to, like,
humming
get all
noise,
the
and you had to
text
pull
and
like
stuff.
you had to like pull on the bell or something to ring it, or you had to press it and it would like light up, like a little light above it, and we had to type in a code with that or something in there to get like a little piece of paper. What was it that came out of the drawer? I don't even
Yeah,
remember.
so what it was is like we figured it out, like Riley said, and the reason it took us so long to do it is because there was like 12 checks, and I had to put in like the routing number
Yeah.
to all these checks to light up this machine, and then it popped out and written on the drawer was the code,
Yeah.
and literally 10 seconds left, and I'm literally putting in the code, and then it was like,
It-
sorry.
Yeah, it was 12 seconds that we had to type in. Like, you would have had to do a number each second without like any
Yeah.
stutters at all, like just perfect to get it done.
Yeah,
Literally,
it was dumb.
So
and so
we just basically say we beat the hardest one in 30 minutes because we waited like it was 30 minutes for the lady to help us, and we still had 12 seconds left before we were done.
Yeah.
So we
and
basically
so we go out there, and if you win, you're supposed to get like a free T-shirt and whatever. And even on Maddie's graduation, it's a picture of me, Maddie, and Riley, and we're like posed for
Mad.
our picture, and we're just like, mm-hmm. And she's like, sorry, and then she's like trying to help like another customer or whatever, and we're just like, okay. And she's like, sorry about that not working for you. Here's the 20% off. I'm just like, awesome, thanks.
So we get home
Bye.
and we were all discussing it. We're like, okay, we are calling this company and we were getting this right.
Mhm.
We called the company, got that girl fired, and did a lot of other stuff. Right? We were mad.
Yeah, my girlfriend, she calls it up, and she's like, oh, I am so sorry about that. Yeah, they were short-staffed. I was supposed to be there or something like that. And it's like, well, this wasn't the only time she's done this, and she's no longer working with us. And and then gave me my money back on top of the 20% off. And so, long story short, I have 20% off and a free escape room.
Yep.
And we beat the hardest one first try.
In 30 minutes. So, but that's
yeah.
probably close to one of the records too.
It
for that-
probably is.
because it was also super new, so there wasn't a lot of people doing it. It was a new one because it was limited time. It was
Yeah,
called
that's
like
not a-
Haunted Hill or something.
I don't remember.
It
Yeah,
was
it,
cool.
Haunted Hills.
Fortnite.
yeah, that was a good time. I love going to Tyler because there's like so much stuff there. But
Yeah.
driving in Tyler stresses me out. But the food there is great.
Yeah, it is. Went to
Yeah,
Makota.
the subways there are pretty great.
Did you say the Subway?
Yeah.
Nice.
Like all I eat in Tyler.
Wait,
Subway and
really?
Taco Bell. That's like all
weird.
me and Ryan ate like every day.
That's so weird.
Subway's,
It's because they're fast. We just go in, get Subway, get out.
Subway's good
Oh,
though,
yeah.
so it's worth.
I'm not weird champion for Subway. Subway is kind of the best. But yeah, so that was fun. But yeah, that's we could either get onto another conversation that could last us like another 30 minutes, or we could call it quits there. But
We'll probably should call it here.
yeah, but we wanted to do a little bit more of a podcast type deal. We thought this would be like a good time to talk about Jake's graduation, about growing up, and maybe some experiences that we had while we were kind of, like I said, growing up, because it
And
just
we
fit
should
the
have
theme.
a lot of stories coming up this Saturday because we're going to camp, and it always gets something
Yes,
always
Yeah.
happens at
sir.
camp, so we'll have
Yeah,
conversation.
And I have ideas. We've wrote some stuff down. There's some stuff that we're working on, and we're thinking about how to do it right. I might. I will try to convince the guys to do movie and show review with me, because I'm telling you, it's free content, and I've had so many people ask me to do it. But we're working on it. We are getting some stuff together. I have a list on my phone that is ready to go whenever the guys are ready. So we really appreciate the support.
Alright. Oh.
Fortnite.
Fortnite.